So, as we were saying, you know, each of you, that you are living the wrong life. Something isn't right. You are not, it's almost like you've been transplanted into the wrong body. And with each passing day, this feeling grows worse and worse. And you try to find a way sometimes to escape your mundane existence in different ways. Some of you just try to dismiss this feeling. But then the dreams begin. You begin to have dreams of a alluring woman dressed in blue, fine robes. And her face you can't see. It's wreathed in shadow in your dreams. In these dreams, she confirms for you with multiple voices what you know. She says, become my ally, and your enemies shall become my enemies. Together we will take back the life promised to you by the stars. Come and find me at the cliff. And these dreams, they get worse and worse until you can't focus on anything in your life. Eventually you begin to ignore your work. You stop eating. You don't care about your family or your friends. Until finally, you start to have waking visions, and the dreams start to take over your own sight in your living, waking days.
When Tommy has the resist temptation lucky roll thing, can he eat?
Does he have a bonus to it?
Let's see, what's my luck? Yeah, my bonus luck is 1.
Okay. It would be...
No, I'm just goofing. I'm just saying he's gonna as a matter of role playing try and resist these self-destructive activities, but he'll give in, of course.
What's Tommy's job? What's his profession?
He's an herbalist.
Okay. Why does it matter? Does the entire town depend on his medicine? Is he like the town apothecary or something?
No. Well, yes, he is lawful. He has a job to do. He grows the herbs for a chef.
It's very important that Tommy not screw this up, but he does. Even with that ability to resist temptation, even with all of his effort, those waking visions take over, and he finds you've created concoctions and potions that you wouldn't have even imagined until eventually you start to make poisons sometimes. And even Tommy, his life starts to slip out from underneath him. Eventually, the visions lead you in a waking dream, foot over foot, across road and trail. You've even starved. You don't eat anymore. And along the road, people avoid you as a stammering madman or madwoman, just that you're crazy. But the promise...
I've been smoking my own herbs.
Huh?
I've been smoking my own herbs, and everyone thinks I'm crazy.
Well, I wonder if they begin to think maybe Tommy is a witch. Because how else would you have the knowledge to make the things that you've made? But the usefulness of Tommy...
He's not even smart.
It starts to dwindle over time. And he's certainly not useful as a town as a potion maker. But, anyways, your dreams come to fruition as it starts to take over your waking mind. You eventually find yourself at the cliffside in your dreams, and you arrive exhausted and confused, and it's exactly the way you imagined it. At the edge of the cliff is the woman that haunted your dreams. Okay. She's standing behind a long table, and there's a banquet that's just set here, right out in the middle of the open at the edge of a cliffside, and she is 7 feet tall, and she's wearing blue tattered robes, and for the first time outside of your dreams, you can see her face, and her face is the face of a statue of a woman, and it's perfectly smoothed out, as if it's been beaten by weather across decades or longer. And she holds 2 severed heads in her left hand, and she's got 3 severed heads in her right hand. And as you approach, all 5 of them look up and look at you to greet you. And in different voices, they say, "Welcome, brave friends. I know you have many questions, but let them wait for now. All of your questions will get answered this day." And you notice one of the heads is pale and it has red hair and it speaks in an alien tongue, and doesn't make any sense. But there's this feast that's laid out in front of you to eat. What do you do? She said, the heads, they go, "Sit, eat, rest."
I'll let the other players go first. They have 6 characters each to deal with. Well, I think.
Well, Dave and Billy are gonna accept the invitation and sit down and eat, and my 4 others are just gonna stand there and just watch this strange woman holding heads.
They're not going to sit down and eat, the other 4?
No, I think they all collectively think that there's something that they shouldn't eat at this banquet.
Okay.
But Dave and Billy, they're cool with it.
Sure. What about
farmers? They sit and eat.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of the food is really rich and sumptuous, more than anything you've ever seen. There's fowl and hot breads that are buttered and covered in cheese, and there's fish, but then some of it is also rotten, and even some of the drinks and decanters are foul smelling. Do you eat or touch that? Okay.
One of them kind of pokes at it with a fork questioningly.
It looks like rotten food.
I think Dave, he's a gambler. He's going to take his chances and touch the rotten meat and eat it.
What's his name?
Dave.
Dave? Okay. Dave's getting his name written down. Cool. All right. Eventually, as you some of you eat, the rest that aren't joining, what do? Do they just stand, or do they decide?
Wait. I've decided that Charlie the Cooper and Dick the Smuggler were both chaotic. They're gonna eat. Billy and Tommy, who are lawful, they're not gonna eat. Tom and Rob are gonna watch what Charlie and Dick happens to them, and if they're okay, they'll eat.
Okay. As they eat, they seem fine. Everybody
Well,
seems fine.
then Tom and Rob start to eat too, but Billy and Tommy are like, "No, this is too weird. We're not doing it."
All right. So she doesn't like if anybody doesn't join. If they don't join, do they depart or do they wait standing nearby?
We're watching. We're
Okay.
watching.
All right. She waits for a while as everyone eats and talks and you know and eventually the heads she holds them up again and they turn towards you and they start to speak. Thank you, friends, for taking this dangerous journey to be here today. I know each of you, your minds and your hearts. Yet, I must keep my identity veiled. If I were even to think my true name, it would be instantly sensed by our enemies, and they would race here to break our fellowship and confound our plans. Please let me be known to you now, only as Lady in Blue. Trust that I am friend. No, I would not mislead you. Know this, our enemies, who are indeed enemies of all right-thinking people of this world, have kept you from living the lives you were meant to live. Each of you was born under the wrong star, a misfortune brought upon you by our enemies. I wish you to be our ally. I will set this misfortune right. I wish to have you as an ally, but I ask this. Tonight, when the full moon reaches the top of the sky, step off of that cliff and onto an invisible bridge that does not yet exist, but it will exist tonight. The bridge will take you on a long journey across the ocean. The journey will be difficult, and some will not see it to the end. Those that do will find a hole in the sky, a porthole to another world. But those who... that world is a prison, and its warden is a titan, a fierce creature that can't be slain by mortal means. It keeps a prisoner in a cage of alderwood, and she is our ally. At this, she puts down two of the heads, and she takes a cup of wine, she pours it onto the ground in front of her. And the people sitting on that side of the table, you can see on the ground that the wine, all of a sudden, maggots come up from the ground, and they form letters, and it forms the word Dresden. And then eventually the maggots just go back into the earth again. Never speak this name aloud. Friends, I ask that you take the bridge under the full moon to the hole in the sky. Free our ally. Those who do shall be my trusted friend, and I shall set the stars right. And at that, she sets the heads down, and her hands reach up into the sky, and she makes this gesture, and all of a sudden, the sound, it feels as if the gears of the world just grind to a halt, and as if you can feel yourself moving forward almost, and you can see the sky open up and the stars up above you, and this huge monolith looks like it comes out of the sky, but then you see eventually as it rotates that it's not a monolith, it's a massive wheel the size of planets across and stars themselves. And she says, she picks up the heads again, and the head's like, "This is the will of destiny, one of the posts of our very universe. Every brave friend who aids in our rescue and returns an ally, I shall allow them to spin it once. Then your true destiny will be revealed." And then with a gesture, she closes the sky back up, and the winds dissipate. And she stands silently and allows you to finish your feast.
Rob, who is, let me look, neutral. He's sitting. He's the one with the highest intelligence, so he's like looking at everything, kind of suspiciously, wondering. Well, everyone else that's eating, the two lawful guys are still not eating. They're just like, I guess it must be done. But Rob is all like suspicious about, because there's so many plot holes here. At least in his mind, there are. So yeah, that's what they're doing.
What about your folks, Steve?
So Tuna Pete is kind of sitting, leaning in with everybody, kind of saying like, "Yeah, this whole thing's really suspect. I don't know if I believe her. I'm totally gonna step off the cliff, but this whole thing's really weird." While the other ones are just kind of nodding along dumbly. And I'm gonna spin the wheel twice. I'm gonna do it.
What about your people, Glenn?
Well, Gorgo, Coachella, Owen had said come and join the table and just nod along and agree. They all think having this mysterious person who's been hunting their dreams could be worthwhile to have as an ally.
Okay.
And,
Eventually, night falls. The moon rises, as she had promised. And it does so until it gets to the top of the sky. Does anyone do anything or even depart and decide not to take this journey before the moon rises entirely?
Shim kind of walks up to the edge and is poking with his foot. And then Tuna Pete just kind of goes up behind him, gives him a shove.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the first guy's name again?
That was Shim.
He can make a reflex save.
All right. So that would be that's a D20, right?
Yep.
And, all right, let's roll.
you got Tuna, I got Coachella Burning Man.
We got a 13 and a 12.
Okay, 13 and a 12. A 13.
Sorry, it was a 12.
Oh no!
My bad. I was.
Oh no!
Minusing.
It needed to be a 13. Okay, well, he falls off the cliff. And like spins in the air, like reaching for something as Tuna Pete has murdered his friend.
Tuna Pete's looking. He'll land on the bridge. There's no bridge, guys. There's not a bridge.
And then with that, the moon reaches its zenith, and all of a sudden you see like a faint, transparent like line about 60 feet across, extending out into the cliff, into the night sky.
Tom, the woodcutter, not Tommy, he's Tom, the woodcutter. He just like, there it is, and he just walks across it blind faith.
And
I organize my characters in order of intelligence, and the neutral guys are the smartest and dumbest of my guys.
I should note,
neutrals.
It's perfectly acceptable to metagame if you have like a favorite and they're going to be like the gang leader. That's okay. That is okay.
No, I have no idea. My favorite is the guy that you rolled not to play because that's Simon. He's the one that's an alchemist. I'm like, oh yeah, he would have been cool, but nah, screw it. Let's see what happens. I want to be random.
All right. Okay. So, anyways, when he steps off, this time it works, and it feels like cobblestone, even though you can only see a faint shimmering in the air 60 feet across. But it feels like cobblestone as your feet land on it.
Tom points at the guy that thought was doing. Oh, he took the wrong path. They say I'm dumb. And he feels smart for a second.
So does everybody? He's like standing in midair now on this invisible bridge. What does everybody else do?
The other two fellas throw Tuna Pete onto the bridge to make sure it's safe.
And it
And
is.
then when he's down, getting all angry, they just kind of walk right past him. One of them steps right on him and goes, and then
What about your people, Glenn?
They're just gonna gather their things after waiting all this time and step onto the bridge, making
Okay.
sure not to step where what was his name? Shim stepped, even though he got thrown.
Well, my entourage proceeds across the bridge as well.
The bridge continues into the open air at a gentle incline, almost imperceptible. But it feels like it looks as if you're stepping on air, but it feels like cobblestone, and it goes on and on and on for an entire day. In fact, you travel in the night. Sunrise catches you by surprise as you become sleepy. Land begins to go completely out of sight behind you, and you can't even see that anymore. You just see ocean beneath you.
Whoa!
And
Oh no!
yeah, eventually on the first day, you get tired from traveling on and on and on until the midday of the second day that you sleep into, and then it begins to rain. And eventually a storm starts to pick up, and there's no railing here. You can just see like a translucent, about 60 feet wide. You can see this thing, but otherwise it's just air, and your feet are firm, but the winds are strong. Everybody make a luck check. So you roll a d20 and you want to roll under your luck score.
all right. Well, Virgil got a natural 20.
That's bad.
Tuna Pete got a 19. No, Mopsy got a 16. Nobody made it.
All right.
You said under the luck.
Nobody made it?
No.
All right. Yeah, you want to roll under your luck score, yeah.
All right. Dave got an 8. Billy got a 14. Oh, Gorgo No Time got a 5. Coachella Burning Man got a 9. Owen got a 12. And Sid got a 20.
Okay.
So Coachella and Gorgo are the only ones who passed.
Anyone who failed, make a reflex save.
Okay.
As the wind begins to pull you and you find yourself sliding, and other people start to try to grab you, and in the rain and the storms, your hands slip as you grab a hold of the side of this invisible bridge, and some of your feet begin to dangle off the side into nothingness.
All right, hold on. Let me see what happened here. Tom, the dummy, he succeeded, but Charlie failed, so he's got to make. How do I reflex save? Oh, it's not an automatic button. Darn it! All right. I'm still hooked on automatic buttons. Okay, so I roll. I gotta hit a target number.
Yeah, you just roll a d20 and tell me the result.
All right. For Charlie.
And add your
is-
reflex. Add your reflex modifier.
All right, Charlie got a 17.
All right. Keep on going. Tuna Pete got a 2.
Yeah.
Tuna Pete, describe how Tuna Pete dies as he murdered his friend and now is getting blown off the side of this bridge.
he's ranting besides Virgil about how he's definitely the chosen one and how he's gonna roll for Shim, so now he gets to roll 3 times. And then he loses his footing and he just kind of goes, no, no,
I'm the chosen one.
Virgil looks over.
Oh,
Billy
no.
failed his luck check, so his reflex save is 8.
All right. How does he die?
I don't know. Doesn't he get spend luck to reroll or something?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, you can burn your luck. Yeah, that's right. Wait, no, you can't do that because it's a luck roll. I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay. Billy dies
Okay.
angrily. He's like, "Fuck you guys!" Bah!
He's blown off into the windy darkness as he says that. The last words.
Wait, and then Rob failed, so he has to make a reflex save, and he's the smart one. No. 13?
That passes.
Alright. Well, then just Billy died.
All right. What about your people, Glenn?
Well, for reflexes, Sid, the ditch digger, he made it. Dave, or no, Dave, no, Dave, Dave made it, and then Owen, the beekeeper, he got a natural 1.
Oh, my gosh. Let's do a fumble result, too. Could you roll a D3, please?
Yes.
Just for inspiration.
Wish I had thought of this, but I should have said that Tuna Pete takes out anybody who happens to fail as well. Drat, that would have been pretty good.
You can also just roll a D6 and then have it for a D3.
That's true. So just testing out that argument. Yeah, D6.
What'd you say?
2.
You got a 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so according to this, he like trips and like falls and begins to slide, but recovers and then gets up like relieved, and then probably Tuna Pete then just like smashes into him and takes him out anyways.
No, protect the bees.
The
Miserable
bees.
in life as he was there, this miserable in death as he was. The bees. Gold.
The day, the storm continues on, and you all are like get to a point where you're just crawling in it now. You haven't slept well for months, actually. You're all a little bit crazy already. You started seeing visions as this powerful being basically forced you into an audience, and then now you're here on this bridge in the middle of like hundreds of feet up in the air over the ocean, like seemingly in thin air. And it is cold and the air is thin, and you shiver, and you're not prepared for this. Who has a stamina score less than 7? Everybody has a stamina score greater than 7?
I'm checking. So far, so good. Yes.
Good. Okay. You're able to weather the storm, and eventually the storm calms down, and even though it's cold up here, by midnight it abates. And nonetheless, you notice that you're getting higher and higher as it goes. On the third day, when you awaken in the daytime, as you continue out into the open air, you see a shipwreck underneath you. Down in the ocean, the ship has been torn apart, And as you're walking along, you see then suddenly something seems to peel off the ship on the sides. Little things. And then they fly up into the air. And for a while, it almost looks like flies way down below beneath you. Till eventually they start to rise and grow larger and larger as they get close to you.
It is the bees.
And eventually they get closer and closer until these things you can see them clearly, and then you start to hear them. And there are these large bird-like lizard things that are their wings are almost like knives, and they're covered in like boils and warts. Their whole bodies are, and then they start to dive toward you. Let's see. I need this for that.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody have a stamina higher than 7 froze to death?
If they were below 7, they would have pneumonia and they would start to get sick.
Okay, so 3 of my guys, Billy, Dave, and the ditch digger, said they all have ammonia then.
Oh no.
I just didn't
They're
want...
shivering and they have a fever and they're burning up, and sometimes they vomit, sometimes they start to black out and then like come back to. You said the ditch digger? What's his name?
Sid.
Sid. One of these things tries to grab Sid. I'm going to attack Sid. And I got a natural 20. And it grabs him by the head, and his neck cracks as it lifts him up into the air. I'm going to see. Okay. Does Sid have 3 hit points? More than 3 hit points?
No, he has 1.
It takes.
Oh, that's what I forgot.
Wait, what did you say, Mark?
That's what I forgot. I forgot to roll hit points for all these guys.
It's between 1 and 3, I bet. They all have D4.
Yeah, he is 2.
Anyways, this thing takes Sid's head off, and like blood's gouting up out of Sid's body, and then he just is still standing there. His body is. They love the scent of this thing, and they all start like a bunch of crows ripping Sid apart. What does everybody else do?
Mopsy and Virgil freak out, but they take out their pitchforks and are kind of back to back, and like crab walking the rest of the way, trying to.
They're gonna like just move past, but they're gonna like, crab walk like that.
Yeah.
Glenn, what are your characters doing?
Coachella is panicking as, Dead Sid is trying to clutch for a head that's not there. And she's going to pull out her short bow and just take a shot as she's just trying to flee further across this invisible bridge.
All right, roll to hit.
Okay. I think it is a... Well, it's going to be a wacky one. Let's see. I think it's a D4. One D6. Okay. Yeah. Oh, roll the hit first. Sorry. 15.
15 hits. You can roll for damage.
Come on, Coachella. Did 1 damage.
1 damage. You don't kill it, but it strikes into it, and the beast screeches and screams, and then the rest of them fly off in fear, and they fly off into the distance with the spoils of the person that they've ripped apart. And Thankfully, after all of that, like, you can see in the distance the translucent, like, shimmering of the bridge ends. And you can see this, like, miasmic hole in the sky. And it's starting to slowly descend. And then the bridge just stops.
Well, everybody in my group is just gonna run towards the end of this bridge and praise the statue lady who haunted their dreams for letting this nightmare end for now.
All right.
Virgil and Mopsy are also running towards the end of the bridge, but instead they're cursing the the statue, the blue lady, for haunting their dreams.
All right. What about your people, Mark?
Mixed reactions. Some of them are, praising her. Some of them are like, very pragmatic, neutral about it. Tommy, Tommy or Tom? Let me see. Yeah, Tommy, the lawful, who's the herbalist. He's the one that's cursing her. He's like, ah.
All right. If everybody that's running make a reflex save.
Well, no one's running per se, but I mean, I'm marching.
No, Glenn just said all of his characters run toward the end
Oh,
of the bridge.
my guys are not running. His guys are running.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah.
All right. Virgil got a 7, and Mopsy got a 19.
Nice. Virgil, you fall off the end of the bridge. It's the hole. It's not there. How many do you have left? Do you just have one?
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea. We can fix this.
Dang, Virgil was a good character. He had 14, 15, 11, 11, 16, 14.
Oh, man. When what'd you get?
I got 20 for Dave, 2 for Billy,
Billy dies.
12 for Gorgo.
How many?
12.
12?
Yep.
He dies.
Coachella got a 15.
And he survives. Okay. So, yeah.
All right.
It's clear, like, the hole is descending, but, like, this bridge just ends. And so, like, it's not there yet. And they just, like, fall off. But you also notice something else. When you look back, the bridge is slowly starting to disappear from behind you.
What? So the bridge in front of us stopped, and the bridge behind us is disappearing.
Yeah, and it looks like the hole in the sky is slowly, like, lining up with the bridge, but very slowly.
Oh, okay. Everybody's just gonna wait at the end of the bridge then.
For the hole?
Yeah.
Just as, like, the bridge, like, behind you gets really close, almost on your heels, the hole lines up. The hole is about, it's about 15 feet across in the air.
This my cord.
My entourage proceeds,
Okay.
led by Tommy. Tommy the lawful.
Yeah. Dave and Coachella.
Yeah, Mopsy goes on.
Okay, you all jump through this this hole in the sky, and as soon as you jump through there, your ears pop, and there's this sudden warmth, and you feel almost dizzy for a moment. As it's obvious that you're in an entirely different world than the one you left, and the air is misty here. the sky, when you look up, is a bright, single, monochromatic magenta color. And you're standing in what appears to be some kind of like bamboo forest, except the bamboo is flat and green. And looking behind you, you can't see the porthole. It looks as if your companions are just stepping through thin air. And the air it's heavy here, and it's almost hard to get enough air in your lungs. It's like thick, and it has this like thick, pungent saffron scent to it. The mist limits the visibility through the forest, but you can see a dark structure rising up out of the mists ahead.
Mopsy cautiously goes forward.
Oh,
Quite aware of his own
do
mortality.
you still have your 2 level zeros? A different 2 level zeros?
I had 4.
Oh, you
Was I
can.
supposed to have 6?
Yeah, you can make another couple of them. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you should have 6. Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I
Yeah, so you
misunderstood
can make.
that.
So yeah, you can make 2 more. So you got 2 then. Okay.
Yeah, I started with the 8, and I put 2 in reserve. 1 guy died, so I got 5 in hand and 2 in the bench. If you want one of my bench guys, you can have one.
Wait a second. I need to make sure. Did the bench guys not come?
The bench guys, I guess, are here. You said only 6 of them. I'm
it's
just
okay.
following your instructions.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure I understood that. Did everybody come or did anybody stay behind?
My guys that are on the bench, they're only here if I have less than 4 guys left.
Ah, I see what you mean.
I'm just teasing. I mean, that's if anyone has any bench. But I'm saying that if we can metagame, I'll offer one of my guys on the bench. If you're down to just 1 guy and you're gonna die, have a couple of backups.
Okay.
Or you have that purple sorcerer thing if it's that easy.
Yeah, I got the purple sorcerer here. Thanks, though. Oh, look, another farmer.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Farmer's
he was
gone.
just coincidentally was with us and had passed those things.
I was here the whole time. Hello, everybody.
So you all step out of thin air. You're in this like thick, muggy, bamboo-like forest, and you see a dark structure far ahead. The rest, just all around you, you see this bamboo. What do you all do?
Cautiously move forward.
Okay.
Gonna touch the.
You touch the bamboo.
Dave's gonna touch the bamboo.
You touch it and you notice that it's smooth, and then when you go the other way, it almost pricks your hand. It feels almost hairy, but it's like, and it's bifurcated in its stalk in the middle, and it's thin and wide and green, and it reaches like 10, 15 feet up into the air.
Interesting. Well, Dave learned his lesson. Stay away from bamboo.
As you,
Tommy,
go ahead.
the lawful, who is an herbalist, he would like to examine the flora for any unusual specimens or unusual qualities of the specimens.
Well, it's definitely.
Whereas Tom is a woodcutter. And he's going to say, hey, that's good wood.
It's extremely unusual, but you could make a D24 intelligence check to see what else Tommy might know.
All right, instead of roll up or roll down?
Roll over, yeah. So you want to hit. So you tell me the result of a D24 plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay. What's my intelligence modifier? Nothing. Tommy's just average. All right, and I get a D24 macro. But there's no D24 die. Okay, Tom, I got a 6.
So what Tommy would know is that he's never seen a plant like this before in his life.
Tom, not Tommy, just dumb Tom. He's a woodcutter. Any unusual qualities about the wood quality? Or he's never seen bamboo, has he?
Yeah, he's
This is
certain
like
that this is
exotic.
not wood. This is not like a tree. It's not like a wood yielding tree. That's not what these things are for sure.
Can I tap on it with my axe? Not attack
It
at it. I'm tapping at it with the back of the axe to hear
yeah,
the sound of the wood.
you tap on it and it gently moves a little bit, just a little bit.
Well, I do it again,
It moves a little bit.
and I tap it the other way.
It moves the other way a little bit.
I have fun doing that a little bit because I'm not smart. Oh, I got personality. Personality is like charisma.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
I tried talking to it.
Nothing happens. But we've been here for a while, so we're gonna roll for see if we got anything showing up. We do not.
Oh. All right. I quit dawdling and proceed towards that door.
The image is a little bit misrepresented. It's not to scale. What you see is a little structure off in the distance. You're not sure how far it is, but as you go and you go, it's been hours. And that structure has only gotten a little bit bigger. You realize that it's quite large and it's very far away. It takes you another couple of hours to get closer to see what it is. And you rolled a 1. Let's see what we got.
No.
Indeed. I got a 3. Okay, that's oh no.
Oh no. You mean, oh yeah, everything's fine.
Tommy hears in the bushes a whispering noise, like a voice.
And I say, shh, everybody, you hear that?
They do not.
I warn everyone else in my entourage and the other entourage that there's a noise in the distance or something. Something on the wing.
Okay. As you guys continue on, Tommy, you hear the whispers again. This time you can make out the voice, and you know it's saying something, and you're certain. It's the voice of a woman. It says, "You shouldn't have listened to her. You should join us instead."
I grabbed Tuna Pete by the shoulder. There's
He's dead.
no.
There's
Burial?
Sharp Simon. Sharp Simon's still alive.
Sharp Simon. I grabbed Sharp Simon by the shoulder and I'm like, there's something on the wing.
I hate when there's something on the wind.
There's
He
something
calls
up
over the
there.
other two.
And it says that we should have listened.
I'm not sure they're wrong.
I was suspicious to begin with.
All right.
Hello?
You say hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Two creatures appear from these plants. They looked like plants before, but then almost like those bugs that look like twigs, the twig bugs. All of a sudden, it like bends over, and it's actually a vaguely feminine form. And it says, "Don't go there," like with these long, like twig-like fingers. "Come with us instead."
Oh, wait. I was suspicious of the woman, but you are more suspicious. No. I ain't having this. No. You have a nice day, ladies.
Everyone, we definitely shouldn't run on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, run!
Does everybody run?
they run.
Let me look at their, let's see here. Okay,
Hey, flee! Yes, I guess everyone runs.
okay.
That's course of action.
Yeah,
Stampede mentality.
they like these giant, like twig-like fingers, like reach slowly and then like kind of pull themselves as you go, like toward you, but just like slowly and bounding, like move toward you. But then you guys run on, and eventually you can hear your voices, your heart thumping as you run down this path. And as you're running this structure, it's gotten bigger, and you can tell that it looks like some giant seed pod, maybe hundreds of feet tall. It's a huge structure, and as you get closer, you can see that the seed pod has like a two giant, or like a giant door that is not made for a human. It's like, I don't know, 50 feet tall. It's a door, and it's got a giant latch on it, and it's locked. But whatever this door was made for was not for humans, because the underneath of the door you can almost just duck under as a human because the door is so big.
Coachella's gonna go knock on the door.
You knock on the door, but your little human hand does almost nothing. It just kind of, the knocking is local to the near side of the door because this thing is so huge. You can really make no impact on it.
Well, guys, no home. Should we just go under the door?
Who is chaotic, and the smuggler has a crowbar, and he knocks on it with his crowbar. Clonk, 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 giving a secret code. I don't know. I just
when you first do that, like you hit real hard, and it echoes a little bit, like you can feel it more reverberate on your side and into your arm. Do you do it again?
Harley Cooper, who is also chaotic and also has a crowbar, sets him aside and says, "Wait, let me try." And he inspects the door, see if it's locked. If it is locked, is it locked?
Oh, it's like 25, 30 feet up above you is where the latch is. And then the latch is the size of like a wagon,
Has anybody got some rope?
Well,
I mean, you can just go in if you wanted, because it's like the underside of the door, the way it's constructed is so large.
We're like ants.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I underestimated the size of the giant door. I thought I was like, Yeah, okay. I'm scared.
Wopsy and Frog hide, but Sharp Simon, being the brave dung collector that he is, kind of approaches and as cautiously as he can, kind of peeks under.
You peek under, and you see a inside of a giant plant, and you see a huge creature sleeping, whose snores are rocking the entire inside structure, in a cage, a basket, suspended at the top of the plant structure above the head of this giant.
Right, I go out and relay that to everybody else. I think we found the Titan.
Well, Letty and Blue didn't say it was going to be easy, but if we want our fortunes to be changed, we must crawl under that door and at least try and find our captured ally, Coachella says.
Destinies are... Okay.
Sorry. No worries. Go ahead.
Say our destinies are hanging above the head of that giant, terrifying creature.
But is it just an assassination since Tommy's a lawful?
What'd you say?
Tommy is having awful thoughts, and he's like, but wouldn't that be assassination? I mean, well, it's just hearsay evidence. We should hear his side of the story.
Well, she didn't want you to kill it. She wanted you to free what was over in the cage. Apparently an ally, she said.
Yeah, leave him alone. Just gotta free the cage. Keep your eye on the prize. Or maybe I'm the bad one. That's the first thing I thought of.
All right. What do you guys do?
Anybody,
Do
is
you
anybody
explore-
sneaky?
No, but Dave and Coachella are going to crawl under the door and enter this area.
All right. I will describe what
Okay.
you see there.
Red shirts follow.
For the survivors, Virgil. No, that's you. Let's see here. That's Mark. Do you guys stay outside?
No, we're going just inside, but we're just under the door. We're not going fully inside till we hear a report.
Okay. All right. I'll describe what you see in here. You see a huge single room. It has a huge, massive organic shape, and it looks like the inside of some colossal hive, some sort of organic structure. And there are lights shining down from holes within the ceiling, and these glowing, buzzing creatures flying around in the air in the expanse. And they're casting strange green lights across the floors and the walls. Reclining against the far wall of this place is obviously the Titan. It's probably 60 feet tall if it were standing erect. It has red-brown fur and head and face and trunk of a predatory monster or beast, and the snores rattle your ears and vibrate the ground. And hanging above it is, above some tree, or connected to some tree branch, a domed cage of woven wood about 100 feet off the ground. From this angle, you can't see what's in the cage, but you do see one distinguishing feature in the wall otherwise, and that is a single hole that's covered in debris. And otherwise, that's what you see in here.
Well,
Let me,
hi, you guys.
probably some people can't see right now. Let me fix that if I can.
It's anybody else want to go for that hole?
And just as you say, does anyone want to go for that hole? Something drops down from behind you from the entrance that you came in on. Now, Mark, you said that you guys weren't coming in, right?
I said that, well, we're not in or out. We're like, if it's a giant door, like you said, there should be room for a man to stand underneath it, right?
No, not the stand. You'd have to like crouch under it.
I guess we go in. That'd be an awkward position. But, like, we're right up against the door as someone goes further in and explores.
Yeah, this thing.
Except Tom, he's dumb. He's going to follow the exploring guy.
Okay.
So,
A creature falls to the ground behind you, and tentacle-like things whip out from around the door. Is anyone in the door? So, Mark, you've got how many characters in the door? Like under the.
that are like everyone's inside, so one,
Oh,
2, 3, 4 of them are like close inside, whereas one is deep inside.
okay. Tell me. Let's see here. Actually, you all can roll for initiative.
How you roll for initiative in this game?
You roll a d20 and you add your initiative modifier, and whoever has the highest goes first, and that's for all of your. Just take the highest of your level zeros.
All right, and what is my initiative modifier?
It would be in the box to the right of speed, which is to the right of your saving throws. Init.
Hold on. Combat basics. Yeah, there's an initiative thing here. Action dice. What's action dice mean?
Using that right.
Well, then we'll deal with that when that comes up. Okay, I'll just like roll for each guy.
It's just your agility modifier.
All right, so and then am I rolling once for each character, or
Just roll 1d20 and then use whatever your highest is.
I
Okay.
got 16.
16. I see Virgil, Shem, Tuna, Pete, Mopsy. You got 21. Mark, you got a 13?
well, I haven't rolled each guy yet.
No, just roll one and just pick whoever has the highest agility that's survived.
Oh, okay. Well, 13, I guess.
All right. All right. So, who was it that Steve? Who was it that said who wants to go for that hole?
Was Sharp Simon.
You also notice all of a sudden this huge figure plop down next to you all where you came in and starts whipping its tentacle-like arms out around you. Let me find it.
Oh no.
It looks like sort of like a plant or a pumpkin whose stem is like tentacle-like arms. And it apologizes as it plops down. It goes, "I'm sorry I have to do this." And starts to try to grab anyone that's closest to the door, to the underside of the door.
Well, that would be Charlie, Tommy, Dick, and Rob.
All right.
Take your pick.
Well,
Bring it on.
Steve, what do you guys do first?
We one of them whispers, does it yell? Out of fear of waking up the big thing, and they run towards the hole.
Okay. You can move your token toward the hole.
Okay. Which am I?
We are
Green?
abstracting
Nope,
distance, so this
am.
is not a battle mat. You can basically move. You can make it to the hole. But when you get to the hole, you're going to find there's a bunch of debris there that you'll need to move. But otherwise... Okay. And then, let's see, the next, I believe... oh, what did you get, Glenn?
16.
16. Okay, so you are next. What do your guys do?
Dave is going to do the smart thing and run towards the hole. And Coachella is going to turn around and take a shot at the gigantic
Be a
pumpkin-like thing.
big damn hero. Okay, roll to hit.
All right. 13.
13 does not hit. It goes right
All
into
right.
this thing and it does nothing to it. And it says, "That was a nice," and it like one of its tendrils like snaps the arrow out of its vegetative hide.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Fun.
You can move your token. Oh wait, no, you can't move your token. I'll move your token. Is this? I think you're green, so I'll move your token to the hole, and then I'm gonna make a duplicate for your little. Whoa, no. I'll make a little duplicate for your one little person. Boop. Okay. All right, and then finally it's its turn. So you said that you're those people are closest to the underside of the doorway, right, Mark?
That would be Charlie, Tommy, Dick, and Rob.
All right, let's try Charlie. It gets 2 attacks. It's going to try to grapple Charlie and Dick. Does a 16 hit Charlie or Dick, or does a 10?
Well, I guess my armor class starts as 10, and I have no armor, so yeah, those are both gonna hit.
Charlie and Dick are grabbed by these tendrils, and it simply lifts them up and drops them inside of itself. And like a jack-o'-lantern, all of a sudden you see flame just ignite from its eyes. And Charlie and Dick are inside of this thing cooking now. And Charlie and Dick begin to scream.
It's horrifying.
Oh.
And they can, it's their turn now. It's Charles' turn, so they can attempt a strength check to try to get out. What does everybody else do?
Keep running towards the hole.
No, I mean, what is,
Sorry.
sorry, that's okay. Mark, what do your characters do? I should say, what does Mark's characters do?
Hold on. Well, Tom, he was up towards the hole with everyone else. Charlie, I guess he's in the pumpkin. What does he got? He's got a crowbar. And his strength is 10. So I'm gonna try and smash the pumpkin.
What's his
from the
occupation
inside.
with the crowbar?
A Cooper.
A Cooper. Hey, make a strength check with a D24.
All right. I got a 12.
That is not enough. Not even close. The other person can also attempt it with a D20, unless they have some kind of cool thing like that.
Let's see. Well, hold on. Yeah, Dick is a smuggler, and he's got a crowbar, but that's not his weapon.
No, I
His
like it.
weapon
You can
is
do a
20.
D24. If he's a smuggler and has a crowbar, I think it makes sense. They're trying to get this thing open, and everybody else, you see a green flame like igniting this thing's eyes and mouth, and you hear them like screaming and trying to get out. A 24, you got a nat 24.
Beauty.
So who was that?
That was Dick.
How many hit points does he have?
Dick only has 2 hit points.
Okay, Dick, you're able to wrench open just enough space to roll out with flames covering you as you run on fire, screaming. Your friend behind still on fire, and it burns half of your body. You lose 1 hit point. What do the rest of your characters do? So you have 3? Is that right? One ran, 2 stayed?
Hold on. Wait. Can Charlie then go out the same hole?
No. Yeah.
Why not? All right, hold on.
Basically,
Hold
got
on.
just a space and Ace
Hold
Ventura.
on. Rob is the smart one, and he's got 10-foot pole. They ain't gonna do shit, so he's gonna go running for the hole.
Okay.
All right, and then wait, one more. Tommy is the herbalist, and he's gonna try and smash the pumpkin from the outside.
Oh, wow.
He's looking for the weak part of the pumpkin. It's like this thing's got to have a rotten spot. It's been carved up.
So he's trying to get his friend out?
Yeah.
How many hit points does that person have? The one
4.
inside.
4.
Okay, he takes 1 point of damage as he burns inside, and he's frantically trying to get this thing open. And then what does this other person use to try to open the pumpkin?
Club. He's gonna smash it. Smashing
right.
pumpkins.
It's a D20 strength check. So you add your strength modifier to a D20.
Okay, hold on. What is Tommy's strength? His strength is only 9. 20. And he rolled a 7.
A 7. He is unable to get this person out.
All right.
And okay, that makes it back to, I think, was it Glenn or Steve? Who is it went first?
Had
Steve.
yeah, I think that was me. Yeah.
Okay, Steve. What, your guys, are they all in the hole, or is anybody staying back or trying to fight? Or
No, everybody to the hole and starts frantically trying to remove debris.
all right, this pumpkin is now fighting this valiant person who's clubbing it. So they have afforded you the distraction to be able to remove the debris, thankfully, and you're able to make it inside the hole. And I'll in fact move you all. How many characters do you have left?
I've got 3.
Okay, so I'll remove 1 pip. So now you've got 3, and I'll move you inside the hole. Glenn, how many characters do you have?
I got 2. Dave was at the hole, and could backpedaling towards it.
Okay, you're all able to make it inside the hole thanks to this person's valiant distraction and trying to help their friend. So back to the pumpkin. It's going to try to attack this person with 2 of its tentacles and try to bring them in. Does a 15 or a 23 hit that person with the club?
Those are both going to hit.
It wrangles the person and then like puts them inside of itself as well, and it starts to move across like with all of its tentacles like a, I don't know, like an octopus across the ground, and then goes toward the hole.
Wait. There's one guy on the outside, though, man.
The one with the club?
Wait, no. Okay, Tom went in the hole. I was with the forward group. Rob went running for the hole after, all this went down, right?
Yeah.
I'm keeping track of everyone here. Tommy is the one with the club, all right?
Right.
He got Dick out, so Dick is on the outside. No, he didn't get Dick out. Dick smashed his own way out, okay? Charlie's the one that's in there still. And now Charlie and Tommy are in there. Dick is on the outside. He can smash from the outside.
Oh, I thought Dick was running for the hole. Yeah, go for it. So this pumpkin runs straight for Dick, but he just has the 2 people in the pumpkin. They both take another point of damage as they're burning inside of this pumpkin, and Dick can attempt to try to get him out. So
all right, hold on. Can Charlie?
D24, yeah, with the crowbar for sure.
Wait, hold on here. Wait, let me see where everyone's. Wait. It's 4. They keep going down hit points. Right. Charlie is down to 2 hit points then. Right. And he's got a crowbar as a club, and he's a cougar. Trying to open it like a bird. Got it.
You gotta get a 20. Oh no.
I got a 9.
He's unable to get him out. But I will say that, well, he can keep fighting too.
Dick. Now we have Dick though, the smuggler, who's on the outside. All right, who's got 1 hit point left, too. And he's got a crowbar, so he's going to try and smash and get his friends free.
Okay, and all the people on the inside can try as well.
Well, yeah, and Tommy's only got a D20. I'm trying D24 guys first.
The pumpkin, meanwhile, while this is all happening, it's trying to grab people and fight them and stuff, and green flame is shooting out and roasting these people from the inside. It speaks in a booming, or in a, no, not in a booming voice. It says in a low, echoing voice. It says, I apologize for all of this senseless violence. It is simply what must be done. And, none of that works. 3, 7, 9. All right. Back to you guys in the hole. Are you guys going to regroup and try to fight this giant pumpkin monster, or are you guys going to stay in the hole?
No, I broke morale, man. If they come out of the hole, Dick is coming running back at them. Give up! Just give up. Tommy and Charlie are gone.
Oh no.
Whereas Tommy and Charlie are going to try and fight their way out.
Tommy and
Next
Charlie,
round.
you can still try. Why don't you go ahead and... How many hit points do they have left?
Wait, Charlie's got 2 hit points left, and Tommy's got 2 hit points left.
Well then, go ahead and make 2 rolls. Because that's how many chances you got anyway, so... That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
And then you get a 12. So he's done.
Okay.
All right, let me write that. Tommy, can you hear me? No.
Yeah, you
All
guys in the hole, on the other side, on the outside, you just see like green light, and you hear screaming and gurgling
All right,
as someone's
now.
roasted alive.
Oof.
Charlie's 2 rolls. Get a 5. And I get another 5. No. Charlie's gone.
Dick, as he runs in, like screaming, like this thing, it comes up to the hole, but it's not able to get in, and it just like pokes a green flaming eye into the hole, and it's like, I must politely ask you to depart. And you see, I'll describe what you see in this hole. You see, as you push past the debris, other than this green flaming eye behind you, you're in this gloomy chamber, and it smells like rotten autumn leaves after a rain. It's lit by these strange glowing flying creatures that you saw in that main chamber, and it's full of debris here, and it makes walking around difficult on the inside of this place. You see a shallow passageway to the left that slightly curves around, and in a tiny breach in the wall, it allows a little bit of the ray of light from the outside to come in. And Mark, you can add 2 more of those level 0s if you want. Or if you guys run low on level 0s, let me know and I have an idea.
Hold on. Let's see. Tom is there. Dick is there. Harry. Who's Harry? Let me see what he was. He's the Elven Artisan. Okay. What's his intelligence? 8. He's not too smart. That's okay. Oh, and then who else are we bringing on here? Oh, Simon. He's the alchemist. He's neutral. He's smart.
How many do you have left, Mark?
Well, now I am back up to 5.
Okay. That's fine. We will say that is our last 5.
The final 5.
Yeah, I'll give you 5 pips. Okay. And
And the lawful guys died first.
as always.
I got 3 neutrals and 2 chaotics.
So you guys have this winding pathway to the left, and then you got Pumpkin Guy behind you.
Left seems like a pretty good direction.
Anybody votes?
It's called a funnel. It's a weird feeling to be like, well, just keep going down this obviously dangerous path. That's why I said your people need to be crazy.
So let's head for the tripwire.
Oh, you guys can see. Okay, well, that won't happen now. Roll 20 mistake.
Could Coachella still see the pumpkin from where she's at in the...
Oh yeah, the pumpkin is like watching you all. Like it can see you all.
Oh well, this is just great. It's just gonna follow us around.
But it can't get inside. The hole is too big or too small for the pumpkin.
It's like big enough for they're considered a mouse, but small
But
enough.
the tentacle-like things are like lapping inside, trying to reach you all.
Coachella's going to take another shot, and while everybody decides
Roll
what
to
we
hit.
want to do.
What does everybody want to do?
19.
19 hits.
Dark Simon's gonna
6.
actually is kind of want to watch how this whole thing goes down.
You hit it this time in the flaming eye, and the tentacles like leave, and it seems to like go away.
Oh, okay. All right. Does anybody want to go down the winding path, or do we want to step out back in the open and fight this pumpkin man creature? I'm down for going down the winding path.
The winding path.
Okay.
Winding path sounds good.
I'll move you guys up to it because it has a light barrier. Okay. As you go up,
Harry and Simon, who were here with you this whole time, they're like, yeah, winding path.
this hallway it winds around, and you can see lights up ahead, and a rickety ladder going way up, hundreds of feet up and all you see is just like a plant-like interior, like inside of a root system, as it goes up in the darkness. We can assume that you all have lights, and also there's like pinpricks in places where you can see that weird green light coming in from the bugs.
I guess Dave's going
Is
to
this
try
a
the ladder.
ladder?
Yeah, it's a ladder.
I send Tom up the ladder.
Good job.
The ladder, it doesn't feel very comfortable, but it holds, and even sways in parts. Some of the rungs are actually broken as you make your way up it, but it holds.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Really
and
good.
then we call Tom back down, and I give him some rope and send him back up.
All right, he's able to make it back up the ladder.
All right, now he ties off the rope. So, and everyone, as you're climbing up the ladder, use the rope as a safety line. Brave Tom installed the safety line.
All right,
Like it.
yeah.
Nice.
You're like a rock climber. You put in places where you can secure the rope. You find big, thick roots where you're able to tie the rope in, and he's able to pathfind his way all the way up. And people have a lead line that they can hold on to, a guideline to, like if they were to fall.
You know what? Okay, it is Dick that has the rope to give him to do this, right? So Dick is the one that's being a dick, and telling Tommy do dangerous stuff, or not Tommy, Tom. Tommy's dead. What I think right now is cool about the way you killed the characters, being blown off the bridge or burned in the pumpkin, is that can't salvage their gear.
Yeah,
Whereas
it seems pretty total
right now, I was
destruction.
looking around to see who had the rope. I knew somebody had the rope, but were they one of the guys that just died?
Yeah,
But it's Dick has rope.
awesome. All right, you guys are able to make it up the ladder safely if you want to move your tokens.
Whoa, this is a big ladder.
Oh yeah, it goes
That's
up
awesome.
like hundreds of feet.
All right, well then, do we have more rope? Because
Yeah,
that was only 50 feet.
You're able to like kind of do a belay system where you know, and then you take the rope, and then he pathfinds up, and then he secures it, and then you go up again, and you do that, you know, all the way up until eventually you get onto a landing, and it's a long, low chamber up here with a really awful odor of too many humans in a tight space, and lights coming in from the tiny holes in the wall from those buzzing insects, and all around the room are ragged men and women in worn clothing that's falling off of them, unkempt and filthy, and coughing. and a dwarf rises up from the group and trots over to you, and he says, there are a bunch of sleeping pallets around there. You can see a circle of blackened rocks. It looks like they built a fire, and hanging bundles from the ceiling, and 2 woven cages holding the glowing giant insects that they're keeping in here. Maybe as light, maybe as food, I don't know. But the dwarf comes over to you all and he's like, "We have more."
More what? Ren?
"A long time ago, I was Carlos Grind. I'm not sure who I am now, since the Blue Lady sent me here. But I take care of these people, so I'll give you a choice. Give half of you over to us to eat, and the other half join us. Well, that's actually your only choice."
How many people
Well-
are there?
There are a bunch of people that seem pretty sickly and like they don't look like they could fight you. But then you notice that there are several here that like have clubs and they look like they about like 4 or 5 people look like they could like get up and fight if they needed to.
Yeah, well, we got staves and substitute daggers and gloves. But anyways, no. We've been sent here to rescue you. Our instructions were to come and free that which was trapped inside here, and that's you. We're here to free you.
You
we
don't
got more down.
understand. You don't understand. The Blue
Oh, I
Lady.
understand you've gone crazy. Calm down.
The Blue
Everything's
Lady.
gonna be okay.
She lied.
Everything's gonna...
She lied.
No. Okay, everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. Calm down.
Which of you can we eat?
Well, we've got more down there, so we're gonna have to consult with them. We got a couple halflings.
And he like drools, like as you say that.
Have you ever eaten halfling?
You're very plump.
Very plump.
Okay. Yeah, you've given him a moment to like. So what do you guys do?
I'm gonna grab him and throw him off the edge.
Down the hole.
Yeah.
Make a strength check, and I'll oppose it, and then if he fails, I'll do a reflex. Actually, I'll just do a reflex save for him. Oh, he failed. Unless you roll really low, he's screwed.
Yeah, 20.
Oh man! Also, roll a D3.
Okay. That's really exciting. A 1.
A 1. Not only do you do that, but you get a 1d3 to the first damage, the first attack that hits for that character. And you grab him and you throw him off the end, and he's like, as he falls, he just like yells, "She lies!" And like he ragdolls and hits a side and then hits another side and echoes down to the bottom. "She lied."
Look at the rest
That's
of
when
them.
Harry the elf looks at the rest of them and says, "Okay, now we've been sent to free you. He was the one that was holding you back. Come join us."
4 or 5 of them are like drooling hungrily as they approach you, like they really want to eat you.
Oh no, the
Before-
food fell.
Yeah, it's down there.
Make a who's saying that? Mark. Your personality
Harry,
guy.
the elf.
Harry. Yeah. Make a personality check.
His personality is 6. So it's -1.
Frog's gonna try to back him up.
Yeah, you could try. You could do a personality check.
Oof. That's a 6.
A 6. And then what did you get, Mark?
Wait, I'm having trouble with the die here. Alright, there we go. And I got a natural 2.
Yeah, they are completely uninterested. They want to eat you. 5 of them stand up to do just that, and you all can roll for initiative.
Oof. All right. Okay, now that he's dead, who's got the highest?
Got an 8.
An 8. A
Such
20.
good rolls tonight.
Nice.
I got a 10.
A 10. Okay, Steve, you can go first.
Okay. So Frog's gonna.
Oh,
use his
wait, that would be an
crowbar.
11. 11.
All right.
You got him. Yeah.
Yeah, Frog's
Oh.
gonna swing his crowbar at closest fellow.
Is it a 10? Wait, no. What'd you get?
For for the crowbar. So that's a D20 plus 1. Oof. So that's a 6.
6 misses.
And then where's Mopsy? Mopsy's gonna try to stab him with a spear. It's a 12. And then who's this guy again? Sharp Simon. Oh, with a 2.
A 2. Yep. Both of those, all those miss. Let's see. What did you get, Glenn? For initiative? I can't hear you, Glenn.
Can you turn it down? 8.
An 8. Okay. They're able to act first. There are 5 of them. I'm going to roll their attacks. And we're just going to spread their attacks out because they're randomly just chomping everybody they can get. So starting with Steve.
Wait. What number do they go at?
I got a 16.
Ah.
All right. Let's see. Steve does a 15 hit.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Actually, I'm just going to roll their stuff here just in case. Let's see. One of your characters takes 5 points of damage from a makeshift spear.
Sharp Simon is down.
How does he die? Actually, I'll describe it. It's my kill. He gets it right through the throat and out the back and gurgles to death. Let's see. Does a 12 hit?
Yes.
And that person takes 1 point of damage.
Oh. Frog is down.
Oh no. How many did you have left?
3.
3. Okay, so you have 1 left. Okay.
It's Mopsy.
Okay, and then I'm going to give extra XP for whoever actually survives, like, from the original pack. That's my plan. But anyways, Glenn does a 18 hit.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. One of your characters takes 6 points of damage.
That's Dave. He's down.
Okay, Dave takes it right through the eye from a makeshift spear.
Oh, God.
Mark does a 15 hit.
Ooh.
What'd you say?
Well,
Mark?
yeah, everything's gonna hit everyone, but who?
You pick. So I can't keep track of like all that.
I got 5 guys, so I'm gonna roll a D5 and count for the order I have here. Dude, that's gonna be Harry.
Harry takes 6 points of damage.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he had only 1 hit point.
All right, and then does a 9 hit. The next character.
Uh, 9 is not gonna hit.
All right, it barely misses. And then let's see here. The next person able to act is, I believe, wasn't it Mark?
I guess so. Gonna start with Tom. He's gonna bring his hand axe. Wait, are they in missile range or are they in melee range?
Various ones. There's 5 of them, and some are in missile range, and some of them
Alright,
they're
I
all
guess
within
he's gonna
range.
hold his axe because that's a good weapon. He's got the best weapon, so see what happens. And does a 6 hit?
A 6 does not hit.
Right.
Man, this could be it.
Then Dick is gonna use his sling at range. And he's got reflex modifier, so that's going to be D20 plus 1. So just an 8 hit.
An 8 does not hit.
Alright. Rob, he has an awe, which is used as a dagger. Alright. Let's see, what's his strength? Strength of 14, so that's a plus 1. Am I right? His strength is to hit with melee weapons?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so does this 18 hit?
It hits.
Alright, then I roll d4. Take a point of damage. Oh,
Oh,
2
no.
points because of my strength.
Oh dear. Okay. 2 points. Okay. That
And then, okay, wait, did that kill him or is he still going?
he is still going.
Alright, well then Simon is going to attack with his stab. And his strength is minus 1, does a 13 hit.
A 13 hits.
Right. Well, and I'm a focus fire kind of guy, so that's going to be the guy that I stab, so.
All right. You kill him.
2, and my strength modifier is minus 1, so that's going to be 1 point of damage.
Okay. Anybody else? Glenn.
Oh, it's your turn, yeah.
All right. So we climbed up here real quick. We found all these people. Is this area kind of like open, or is it a large
There's like a
hallway
stinking.
with?
It's like a room, and there's stinking people laying in piles everywhere, coughing and shivering. 5 of them got up to attack. You threw a dwarf down into a pit and killed him, and then one of them died. There are 3 left, and they're trying to eat you.
All right. The only thing she knows how to do is she's gonna use a short bow and attack the one who killed Dave.
All right.
Let's see. It's 17
That hits.
for 4 points of damage.
You kill one.
Oh yeah.
It's like you got your
Gonna
new
get-
Katarina for Dungeon Crawl Classics.
I know, right? She's Coachella just shoots him straight through the eye. An eye for an eye.
All right, Steve, it's your turn.
Mopsy takes us. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Mopsy, no.
Okay, let's see. That makes it their turn. They're all going to attack Mark's characters. There's only 2 of them left.
No, I got 4 of them left.
Oh, no. 2 bad guys. One of them gets a
Ooh.
nat 20. The other one gets a nat 1. So we get to do things. They're going to like fumble. They're going to do their fumble things and their crit things. Okay. So one of them fumbles and it makes it, let's see. He has to succeed on a reflex save or else he gets knocked prone for a round. And he fails. So he loses. Not only does he not hit, but he gets knocked prone. And the other one rolled a 1, which does a nat 20. Let's see. So it does the damage and another 1d3 damage. So that's 5 plus another. I'm just going to use the d6 and round down. Plus a 1. So 6 damage. So, Mark, one of your characters takes 6 points of damage.
Which one?
You pick.
Every random. 3. Rob. Rob is dead.
Rob takes it right through the mouth and chokes on it, and then gets it ripped back out and then falls down off this thing to his death. And that makes it your turn, Mark.
Alright, Tom is going to attack with his hand axe. 17.
That hits.
Alright, and then I do d6 damage. 3.
3. All right, you kill another one, and that leaves one. And let's see, it makes it Glenn's turn. Wait, no, you have more people. Keep on going.
Yeah. Dick has a sling. But Simon has a staff, and he's gonna attack the guy that's prone, but his strength is -1. So,
All right.
5. That doesn't do anything.
All right.
So Dick is gonna use his sling. And I got a 10.
10. You hit.
No, I got 11.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so D4. 3.
3, and you kill the last one. Describe how you kill him.
I don't even throw a sling stone at him. I have the sling in the stone in the sling, and I smash him over the head with it.
You're like, you just take the rock and just smash him.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
in the sling, I like whip him with it. Whap!
So much violence. Well, the rest of them are eating well.
Yeah, they do that. In fact, they like clamber over and they start eating their friends, and that's what you see them do. But they otherwise ignore you as the new lords of this realm. You see a blanket that's covering something back here, and you hear moaning in that direction. That seems to be the only way forward. Let me make sure if there's anything in here of interest. Let me move these dead people. Nope. Nothing else of interest in here other than people getting eaten.
Well, my quiver count equal. Pacella's gonna shoot an arrow into the moaning man.
Oh, that's
Next,
a good idea.
well, I guess wait.
Roll a d20.
Hope nothing comes bursting out of their mopsy just
that
stepped
what?
in front of it.
Yeah, roll a d20. What'd you get, Glenn?
What are we losing?
An 11.
An 11. Let's see here. An 11. You hear screaming noises and like a slithering lapping sound as something tears down this curtain.
No.
And there are people back here that are shivering. All of them, I'll describe kind of what they look like. They, it smells even worse back here as the thing is ripped down, and it's dim except for just a few beams of that green light coming in from holes. There are a few people in here, but they're mutated and twisted and wrong, and you realize this place has changed them, like physically and not just mentally. But one of them, the arrow has burst it open like an insect that was transforming from a larva to a butterfly, and it rips open from a carcass, and tentacles lap out like from that plant monster, and it attacks you all. And
Oh, Mopsy, we hardly knew ya.
it rushes forward to attack you all. I'll put it right here. And I'll just put it in last, and I don't want to roll for initiative. So the first person to go would be Steve.
All right, Mopsy. Mopsy's gonna run past it.
Okay. You can do that. I'll put you over there. You see the room you're in with the really nasty mutants and a ladder leading up.
He books it for the ladder.
All right. You can start going up the ladder. All right. The next person I think is Mark. I think is next.
I think I'm like way over here. I guess I'll go over there.
You could make it to the ladder if you're trying to run. I mean, if that's your goal.
Well, no, I have to go past it to do that.
There are no opportunity attacks in this game. So you can absolutely run past it and keep going if you wanted to.
So
Take my chances. Hand axe attack.
All right.
Take that in the face.
Nice.
Bam, there's a 4 hit.
It does not.
Don't you hate it when people ask that?
Oh, no, I just wish it hit. This is bad.
Alright, well then the next one is going to be...
These are the last 3. No more.
My sling with the stone. That didn't work the way I thought it did. Alright. 13. Is a 13 hit?
It does.
Alright, and at close range, my strength modifier adds to a sling, correct?
Sure.
Alright, so it's going to be a d4 plus 1 for 5 points of damage.
You see this thing. It is a little bit hurt. Just a little bit, not much. Like you crack off one of its tentacles with this thing, but it's got several more.
Alright, Simon, the alchemist with the staff, while the other 2 guys are fighting it, he's going to run past them.
All right. Glenn, what do you do?
So I apologize. I was cutting up earlier. So the arrow shot arriving mutant thing came out and surprised us all, and everybody's running towards the ladders. Is that correct?
Most people are running toward the ladder, it seems.
You
All right,
can divide right now.
Okay, so Coachella's gonna run towards the ladder, but turn around and take another shot at this mutant, see if she can help out.
All right, roll to hit.
I hope she lives.
Yeah, MVP.
15.
15 hits.
All right, and that is a 6.
Oh, nice.
You describe how you kill it.
Describe the kill.
Yeah.
Think she rushes towards the ladder, and as she heads towards it, she just turns around very quickly and fires off a shot, just hoping to hit it, and shoots it right through an equivalent of a chest. Straight for the heart.
And that actually turns out to be its head. You see, like, bursting out from where its clothes used to be is what the head is, and it bursts out the front part of what would be its head, as the actual head is now just vestigial, and it flops over with its tentacles still, like, flopping there, you know, as it's dead.
Nice. Mopsy.
All right.
Mopsy applauds.
There's nothing else of note in this room except these mutants who you can tell by this place and its changes and mutations eventually will turn into that thing in time.
Mopsy very, very carefully makes his way up. When he gets to the top, he kind of peeks. Doesn't go right up, just peeks his little head.
There's just one thing of note here. As you go up this ladder, part of the rungs are missing and stuff. You get to a point about right here where the handholds, how do I describe this? There are several holes in the wall, and you actually see a human skeletal arm sticking out from one of the holes.
Okay. All right, Mopsy goes down a few more rungs, and then with his pitchfork, he kind of pokes and
Pokes
rattles
it?
around. Yeah.
You poke and rattle around, and eventually, like, all this stuff, like lets loose and falls on you. And you have to, like, kind of hold on as the stuff falls out, and a bone hits you in part of a skeleton, and the skull itself bounces all the way down, and you see a hole up there now.
All right. Slowly peeks in.
When you look inside the hole, you see a small chamber about 25 feet long and 10 feet wide, about 5 feet tall, and there are sacks here, dusty suits of armor, and piles of weapons. And on the far wall is a silver-tipped spear with black wood handle.
He takes his pitchfork and kind of like holds it from the far end, puts it in there, and just kind of rattles it around.
Yeah, you're moving stuff around, you knock off pieces of armor, and they fall to the floor in there, and yeah.
Nothing's exploding out, and
No sploding.
hey, I think I found something. You guys should come and check it out.
Well, Coach was gonna come explore and see what he found out.
When you go inside of the chamber, Coachella, you see basically a horde of things that a group of other adventurers have brought here in the past, but obviously not survived. They have 3 usable sacks, 3 torn sacks, and I'll send you all this stuff later. But some stuff that you could wear: a suit of dwarf-sized banded mail armor, 2 suits of human-sized chainmail, 2 suits of leather armor, 1 human-sized, 1 halfling-sized, a crossbow. It looks like it probably could only fire a shot before the string broke because it's been rotted through. A quiver with 6 crossbow bolts, 2 short swords, a beautifully wrought dwarven warhammer in excellent condition that's flawlessly in perfect condition, 2 vials of water and with a holy symbol on it, and a holy symbol of a god that anyone with that is lawful with a higher than 11 intelligence would recognize. And it's made of platinum and copper. It's worth a lot of money. It's on a silver chain, and it's got jewels and stuff.
Coachella has an intelligence higher than 11.
Is she lawful?
She's lawful.
You would know that this is probably worth 1,000 gold, more money than you've ever known in your whole life, or your entire village, or all your ancestors. It is a holy symbol of Justicia.
The smuggler is chaotic, and he's got an intelligence of 11. Does he know it's worth money?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're taking it.
Okay.
Mopsy,
Wait, you're not up here.
Oh,
Never
mind.
She saw it, so she could take it.
Mopsy
But
dons
you
some
guys are gonna
chainmail and grabs that fancy spear.
Chainmail and spear. Okay. Do you want any of this stuff, Mark? To use. Everybody, I'll put it in the chat later in case you guys go on to do other adventures, but so you have it. But I wanted to look up Justicia, the god, and because I'm curious and I just want to know. Adventures.
Like what? And she's gonna be like a god of justice, and turns out she's this god of necromancy.
Oh yes.
Horrific.
I hope so. I hope it's weird. Patrons,
I hope so.
320. That's what most of this giant book is just like gods and spells and random crap.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Bogablugas, the glorious mire, the bottom feeder. It's just bottom feeder. Azidahaka, Sezrican. Gosh darn it. Let me Google it. I can't stand it. I gotta know who Justicia is. Dungeon Crawl Classics, Justicia.
What does a chainmail do for your armor class?
She is the dual goddess of justice and mercy.
Awesome.
Oh,
Her temples and cloisters are places of righteousness and repentance.
Yeah, I'll take that. We might need mercy.
Okay.
Maybe a little justice.
Steve, what did you say?
Chainmail, what does that do for my armor class?
Oh yeah, if you're wearing the chainmail, it's in need of repair. So for now, it will give you an AC of +3, but it will make your fumble die a D12.
Oh, okay.
Dick is taking the
cool.
spear.
What did you say, Mark?
Dick is taking the spear.
You take the spear with the black wood, and you notice that there are runes carved along it. Do you speak any other languages?
I didn't
just
choose
common.
languages. I didn't know where to find that. His intelligence is 11. I speak common and bad.
Chaotic? You speak chaotic?
Well, yeah, that's my alignment. So I figure that those are your default languages, I guess. Are I don't know if common's a thing in this game.
It just
But
so
if it
happened.
is-
So wait, he's chaotic. I just want to make sure, right?
Yeah, he is chaotic.
This very well says that a being of chaos has a sense of kinship with this spear. And it says that in the runes, it says, Forcer, spear the demon. And you know instantly that this is a powerful magical spear that was intended to slay the Titan. And that if you could just get the right strike in true, it will kill it in one strike.
All right. Well, then I know what I got to do.
Who took the spear? Which character?
Dick, the Bruiser.
So, Dick the Titan Slayer? Anybody?
No, Dick the Bruiser.
Dick the Bruiser, the Titan Slayer.
No,
Oh wait, I know
Dick
why you
the
didn't move your
Bruiser.
token, because you can't move the token because it's a wall.
Hey,
Here you go,
don't make
sorry
me
about that.
get all Will Smith on your ass. It's Dick the Bruiser.
Here we go.
All right.
There you go. Oh, and I also have this thing up. All right, cool.
Used to be
That's-
Dick the Smuggler, but now he's Dick the Bruiser because he's going to go kill the Titan.
I will post the rest of the stuff in chat for you guys to like decide how you want to sell, and I always break it down if you want to sell it or keep it. Anyways, as you climb up the ladder, you get up here. There's the shaft continues into this big open chamber, about 60 feet across by 30 feet, and there are all these huge green, glowing, buzzing insects around. When you come up here, they eventually go off. The glowing pumpkin is right here, but it can't get through that hole either. But you can hear its voice. It says, "Please don't do this, please." And there's a branch that you can see on the other end, past here, and the branch is down below about like 10 feet, and the branch is what has the big person that's in the cage.
Dick the Bruiser sends Tommy to go look down the hall and is this Titan still sleeping down under that hole?
When you peek outside, the Titan is sleeping.
All right, Dick the Bruiser is marching down the path and jumping out the hole with the spear in hand and jumping down with the spear onto the Titan and because I decided Dick is gonna, if he lives, is gonna be a fighter.
Yeah, in fact, let's do the warrior thing in case it works. Because I just want to. So, roll a d20 to hit and add a d3 to the roll and your whatever modifier you have. And
All right. Well, my
the
strength
weapon
is
is a
13.
+3 to hit in addition to that
All right.
versus the
So
Titan.
I got +3 plus my strength. That's +4 plus the D3. So let's roll that first. All right. So that's gonna be +7. So D20 +7. We're gonna use the advanced die roller here. Uh, D20 +7. And I rolled a 26.
What did you
A
get on your
natural 19.
What did you get on your d3?
A 3.
A 3. Yes. Okay, so we'll get to
Awesome.
play one of our. I'm going ahead and giving you the class feature because you said I'm going to be a warrior doing the warrior stuff. So,
Well, I picked that up. I learned that about myself the moment I beat the guy to death with the sling stone in the sling.
yeah,
I was like, yeah, that's what this guy's gonna be.
you did all of it because you got a net. Didn't you roll a 20? Or no, a
I
19.
rolled a 19.
Warriors have a crit range of 19 to 20, so you critted. So also because you're a warrior, and I have to actually bring up the table because it's a different table for warriors. You got a crit. You're a level 1 warrior is what you would have. So you would roll another d3.
8.
You got a
And
2.
coming up 2.
So, all right, and you also you triggered your mighty deed of arms, so you can describe basically a stunt, like, and it goes off in addition to that for something else. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to not take any like how do you want to do this basically?
This is what's happening. Okay, I jumped down the hole like it, because I only have 1 hit point left. All right, but I'm jumping down the hole. I'm like, with the spear, because I got burned inside the pumpkin. Remember? Coming down with the spear, and I'm gonna land in such a way where the spear pierces right through the top of his head, and it knocks him over, and I hang onto the spear with dear life, and I land safely on his shoulder, and I pop the spear out completely unharmed.
So I'm gonna take your because you also rolled a critical hit. I'm gonna modify what you just said based on that. So you put it right in the head, and the beast like wakes up from its dreams and
Yeah,
immediately
drive it into his brain,
it
let his
immediately
dreams out his
screams.
head.
And it's like, and you notice the scream that echoes through this whole place is not a scream of anger. It's one of horror, like he's afraid. And you drive it into his brain, and you're able to write it down as the beast gets up, and he falls over looking at you as you like look at it in its one eye, because like one eye is big for you, and you hold it as it like falls back, and you basically cushion your fall, like landing with this thing as it thunders down to the ground dead. And then you
It
rip out
spit
the
into his
spear.
eye too,
Yeah.
because I'm chaotic. I'm Dick the Bruiser.
You have slain the Titan that was placed here by the wise guardians of Yggdrasil eons ago. Now, back to what everybody else is doing up here.
Eking over the edge.
When you peek over the edge, you see the branch, and you see that the pumpkin guy, he can't get to you from here. You can probably get on the branch without him being able to get to you, but the branch is about 10 feet below. That's the problem with the branch.
All right. Mopsy will very carefully. Oh, do we still have that rope?
Yeah, you could say you have the rope.
Okay.
I think
yeah.
it was Dick's rope. Yeah, it was Dick's rope.
Yeah. Tie the rope to.
I'll say that you get the rope back from the ladder.
Okay. Yeah. Tie it and then kind of cautiously climb down.
All right, you guys are able to climb down to this thing. The pumpkin, we'll say that it's not gotten to you, okay? And you get to the cage, and when you look down into the cage, you see a really pitiful looking creature, like a little girl, except she's got dark green skin, and she's holding her knees, and she's got a green cloak over her shoulders, and she's like, Are you also here to torment me? Please don't hurt me.
No, the blue lady sent us, and this is probably a bad idea, but we got this far, so how do we open this thing?
I'm sorry. The lock. You have to open the lock. And there's like a little birdcage type door with a lock, like a keyhole. And it says in it, accept the pain it brings. And you notice that the keyhole is in the shape of like a fist.
Oh. Suddenly Mopsy's like, well.
Let's use one of Mark's characters. I don't want you all to lose yours. Mark, how many do you have left? Do you have anybody? Is that it?
I still have Dick, who's awesome, and I also have Tom, who's dumb, and Simon, who is smart and uninjured, but he also only rolled 1 hit point. But he's still there.
Why don't you use your like least favorites?
Hear me out. Hear me out. What if we go get one of those cannibals and make them do it?
Oh, how would you convince the cannibal to do this thing?
Oh, wait. Tom is still up there, and Tom had the rope. Tom is the one that climbed the ladder.
Okay.
Dick made Tom climb the ladder with the rope for the safety harness. Tom has the rope. He'll go down there, and he's the patsy. That's his role in life.
All right,
Tom's the patsy.
Tom, make a fortitude save. So you roll a d20 and
He just changed his name to Tom the Patsy. All right, fortitude save. I have mod of +1. It doesn't auto roll. All right, I gotta roll a d20. All right, d20 +1 equals 16.
16. Tom puts his hand in here, and it's excruciating, and like you can feel like your brain just on fire, and it makes Tom like throw up, but he eventually gets his hand out and he's able to fight through it, and Tom survives, and then the cage it opens, and all you hear from this pitiful little girl is all of a sudden like her cloak almost like flies off, and it turns into green bat wings. And she shrieks with joy, like, and
Mopsy
she flies.
gives her a thumbs up.
Yeah, and she flies up into the air and flies to the pumpkin, and immediately just starts ripping the pumpkin apart piece by piece, and she's like joyously laughing, like.
That's our girl.
Check out what I just noticed. For Dick Brewster, and he didn't even need this to kill the thing, but. According to his lucky roll, 26, Warrior's Arm, critical hit tables. I guess my luck +1 applies to critical hit tables, but I guess that's like double because there's like an asterisk here or something. I don't know what that means, but coincidentally, that is Dick.
We should play a level 1 adventure with Dick as a terrible, chaotic warrior. Yes. But anyways,
and a smuggler.
All of a sudden, this place starts to fall apart, and as the pumpkin, you see the pumpkin like fall, like from the just fall dead to the ground. The Titan dead. It seems that whatever magic held this place together was only left with the pumpkin and the Titan. And Dresden, the ally, flies off laughing. And it seems like if you don't get out of here soon, this place will fall down on you.
Everybody run.
Run. Out of here.
You're able to run until finally you're able to escape. Who's the last person out?
I'll take that.
That should be the guy with the lowest agility.
Yeah. Oh no,
Tom
I
has
like Glenn. Yes, Glenn's character for sure with the holy symbol of Justicia in her hand. Like you turn your back as ever you make sure everyone else makes it out because she's like a good girl. Like everybody else makes it out, and like you turn around and you see is like this place just suddenly. Actually, I got to describe it because I think it's cool. It says the prison realm bursts into white light as you pass back through the hole, as if it were never there. And then the hole closes. And when you turn around, you no longer see the invisible bridge that you were on before. Oh. Am I already playing that one? Oh, okay. Well, let's see here.
So we successfully completed each quick button event, got out of the house, fled through the bamboo forest, and got through the hole.
Whoops, that's the wrong. Yeah, actually, that's the sound it made. Here we go. Okay, so when you come back out, you find yourself just back onto the cliff, and except when you exit the breach in the universe, the lady in blue is here. Your ears pop as the air feels foreign and exotic, and it looks exactly like the cliff that you made it to, the world that you came to, except you know that this world is different than the one you were born on. You know there's something different, but the cliff is here, and the dinner is here as if it was always here, as if you just were here seconds ago. And she says, she holds up the heads, and the heads look at you like with weeping tears of joy, and they go, the time is not right for me to confront my enemies directly. If I were to project my real form into the world, they would be instantly aware and marshal their forces. I am not yet prepared. And then it goes, but have no fear. I am already working on gathering my allies. Dresden, for example, who you saved. How good it is to say her name aloud without fear of discovery. Soon our power will be gathered. It will be too great to resist. And then we shall strike and chase our enemies from reality. On that day, my allies, yours, shall be the dominion of the whole world. And then at that point, she like lowers the heads and raises her hands to the sky again. And the sky rips open again. And the wheel appears. Suddenly the stars and sky reveal themselves. And this giant wheel appears in the sky. And the stars are there. And she motions for you to touch the stars. And for this roll, I ask that you pick only one of two things. You roll a d20, and you add your luck modifier. So you roll a d20 and add your luck modifier. Is the person who ate the bad food still alive? No?
No.
How many people beheaded an opponent or struck them in the head?
The bruiser struck him in the head with his sling, remember? Bashed him in the... Oh, and I stabbed the Titan in the head with the spear.
Dick, you get a +1 for the spear, or for the other thing, and then you get another +1 for the Titan.
And I get +1 for my luck, so that's +3 total.
Did the person who first stepped on the bridge successfully survive? No, that was that one guy. No.
No, the first one to successfully step on the bridge was Tom. Dumb Tom.
Okay, is he alive?
The other guy kept running off and couldn't stop. My guys all walked slow, but someone got pushed off the cliff before the bridge was there.
So Tom survived?
Yeah, Tom survived.
Tom gets a +2. Okay.
All right.
And then finally, was the person who voiced doubt in the lady in blue, are they still alive? Remember the person who's like, This person seems
Yeah,
crazy.
he's dead.
And then
dead.
Steve had one. Okay.
Yeah, Mopsy's still alive.
Take all those modifiers, add your luck modifier, and you must select, if you have it, either your oldest d20 or your newest only. If you have it.
I got one, and I'm guessing we get a +1 to each head that we popped.
Yes. And you add your luck modifier as well.
Be right back.
Right.
All right.
I know where it is, and I'm gonna go grab it.
All right.
I gotta find it too. I know that I have an old. I don't know if it's my oldest, but I think it's the oldest. And for the life of me, I couldn't tell you which one's the newest because I have been such a dice goblin in the past year. Oh wait, well this one I got for Christmas. This one's pretty new. I don't think I bought any dice after this. All right, I'll use that one. I have dice. I have just piles of dice. It's crazy.
Okay.
They're like
right.
little nuggets of joy.
So, Steve, you want to go ahead and roll it with that die you picked up?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna see if I can get the computer to be able to see it. If I can fandangle it, but I also don't want to take up everybody's time. But
No worries.
will it work? Okay.
Come on, don't burst into flames, okay?
I got a 6.
You got a 6. Okay.
6. My brass die.
Several things. It's hard to even say several things. An infinity, a beyond imagining of things suddenly happens. Who is this character that rolled the 6?
Mopsy.
Tell us, like, why should I care about Motzi?
Mopsy, by sheer dumb luck, being the least interesting and like the worst stats of all the guys I had rolled, managed to survive this whole thing.
What's like the one thing about her or his life that makes them like, shouldn't make me care?
Mopsy was always the better corn farmer.
Aww.
Of all the farmers, like all the other guys were farmers, but Mopsy,
she was the one that got it.
Yeah.
She was the one that stuck with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fields and fields of corn.
What
and
was
also
it?
He has a goat with him all the time. So
what was it that Motzi felt she should have been, though? Like, what is it that she thought? And there is no limit to this.
Well, Mopsy was always very, very simple kind of person. Always wanted to command legions of undead and conquer and lay waste to the world around her.
So Motzi,
she
she returns and finds that the corn farmers have no interest in her and don't know her, and instead comes into the possession of an entire wizard's tower, and that begins Motzi's life, her journey, her story. As she studies and finds, eventually she becomes the foe of all the realms as she raises massive undead armies that march on the entire world. And then she becomes the greatest commander of the undead that has ever been known. And the Bane, just like we say Hitler, people in this world now say Motzi. Like, horrible how she, And then after she's conquered the entire world, she realizes that she has all that she ever wanted. And she turns back and touches the spell book that she received in the first tower. And it brings her back, and she can be a corn farmer again. And when Motzi returns, she never remembers that she was the commander of undead legions, or the effects that she had. And it's as if she never went on the adventure at all. And that... I don't know if it's because that spell like screwed up or something, or what happened, but instead of Motzi, you can pick whichever character you want instead, and they are brought back from the brick. and it's
Oh.
and they believe that they came back instead of Motzi. Okay, so you only have one character, right?
Yeah.
Mark, your characters. Let's do it.
Hey, check it out. I got it all. Get like this. All right. First is Tom, who had +2. And so, can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 18.
Oh man.
So
Okay.
that's 20. So what happens to him?
What's their name again?
That is Tom. Not Tommy. Tommy's dead. Just simple Tom.
Simple Tom. Tell us about Simple Tom, like in a sentence. Like, what's his deal?
Tom DePatsy. He's the one that just does whatever tells him to do. Wants to fit in.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's see. Personality 15. So he's a charming guy. He's got stamina.
Okay.
He's just intelligence 7.
So he's Tom the
he's
Patsy.
the woodcutter. Yeah, he's the woodcutter.
Hey, check out that thing. Hey, stick your arm in that hole, Tom the Patsy, right? So, what did Tom think he was meant to be? Like, what did Tom actually think he was really supposed to be?
A lumberjack.
No. Something like way out there, like way big.
Superhero.
Okay, a superhero. What kind specifically?
I don't know. Invulnerable man. The guy that can, go stick your hand there. I'm like,
All right.
because Tom's just brave. He's dumb, but he's brave. He's like, yeah, that don't hurt. Yeah, that works.
So,
Because, like, the other guy got pushed off the bridge, and he died, and Tom just, like, walks out there. He's like, see? I can do it.
Yeah, Tom, like, doesn't believe... You said he's a woodcutter?
He's a woodcutter.
Tom knows he was not meant to be a woodcutter. Tom knows he's more than this. And despite the suspicions that you all have about the lady in blue, she was right about Tom. And Tom was born under the wrong star. And she did give Tom the power to become what he really was. And Tom his star has completely changed as if he were born under another star. And you can change, roll 1d4 and add that to his age. He comes from whatever family he wants, whatever city he wants, whatever country he wants, and he can have any kind of physical appearance he wants. He can go by a different name. He has a permanent +2 to his luck. You should re-roll his birth augur and luck roll twice and take the highest. And you should re-roll one of the ability scores and take the highest. Basically,
that's a lot to digest.
Yeah. So basically, he really was a superhero, and he was trapped in the wrong body, and he was not who he was meant to be. Okay, and I'll give you all that later, but tell me your next...
I'm not going to make any modifications to him now. If you could just write all that down for me, I can do that between games.
Sure. Okay, your next character.
All right, that would be Dick the Bruiser, who's got a +3 to his
I
roll.
hope that he doesn't roll a 1, because I actually like Dick the Bruiser. Dick the Chaotic Titan Slayer Bruiser.
Okay, wait.
Nat
No,
20.
let me get the camera back on. Is my camera still on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Roll the die. And I got 11 +3, so that's... that fell. 11 +3 is 14.
14. I think that Dick... What was Dick's job before he did this?
Smuggler.
He's a smuggler, a criminal.
He plans to continue.
He knew that something, like, he was meant for more, and he seized that moment, and it simply became what it was. Like, he is what he is now, right? And in addition to that, he would get a permanent +1 to his luck score. You can re-roll the birth augur and the lucky roll. And you can keep the old or the new, and you can choose it. And that's it. Because Dick is who he is. It just came out, I think.
And like I said, if you could write all that down for me, because it's a lot to digest.
And
And then the last one is
right.
Simon, who gets no modifier at all.
Yeah.
All right. And he got an 18.
Oh man. Okay. So
Natural 18 with no modifiers.
and what's his background?
Alchemist.
Okay. He was. The blue lady was also correct about him, and he was born under the wrong star, and he was meant for far, far, far more. And basically gets all those bonuses I mentioned and can re-roll all kinds of stuff. Okay, Glenn.
All right. Let's see. That is with +2. That's 16.
A 16. Okay. What is her background?
Her background is a hunter.
What did she think she was meant to be?
She thought that being a simple peasant wasn't her life, and that she wanted to prove to everybody, and even to the royals, that she was the best archer across the land.
And
The
she
best
is.
marksman.
She is the best marksman across the land. And you also can re-roll your birth augur and re-roll one attribute and take the highest and all kinds of stuff. And I'll put all this in the chat. And she is one of the mightiest heroes as an archer, and the chosen of Justinia, the goddess of righteousness and justice as well. And that is the really long way to make a character in Dungeon Crawl Classics. Great job surviving.